Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode, and today we are going to be doing another deck tech. And I'm going to preface this by saying I'm sure you guys have all heard about the bannings to Standard and Historic. Agent of Treachery and Fire's Invention are going to be banned, and the companions are all going to be nerfed. So, what that means is basically every single deck in the meta, with the exception of a couple, is going to become a lot worse. With the exception of the Orient Elementals and, I would say, Jund Sacrifice. I think those are the main two ones that aren't getting hit. But this is a huge change to Standard, but it's not taking place until the 4th. So I feel like if I play Standard right now, it doesn't matter because I'm going to be uploading this video on the 4th, and the meta is going to be completely different, so the deck I release isn't really going to matter. But if you want a deck that will probably be good after the new Standard, go check out the video I released before this one. But let's get into the deck, but before I do, please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it, and I'm trying to grow, and that would help me out so much. But anyways, let's get into the deck. So, today I'm playing a Brawl deck, a NIV MIZZET Reborn Brawl deck for fun, because like I said, I don't think any normal deck I'd release is going to matter, so I'm releasing this, and it's a NIV MIZZET with the companion of Gigantha, the Wellspring. So, this is a control style deck. Not going to go over every card because it's Brawl, of course, but I will tell you guys a few of the cards, and then the land base is like one of every Shockland, one of certain temples, and one of every Triome, a Fabled Passage, and one of every single basic. But anyways, we have a bunch of control in Esper colors, as well as some removal in the other colors. As you can see here, Ingress, Rampage, Assassin Trophy, and Justice Strike. And then you've got card draw from Simic, colorless ramp here. Also card draw in green-white, some Uros, Teferis, removal. It's pretty low curve actually, but you're drawing so many cards that doesn't even matter. And you can win by beating down with NIV MIZZET, or by beating down with Gigantha, which is a new tool for the deck, or with something like a Ral Ultimate, Ashiok Ultimate, Vraska Ultimate, a Polukranos that has been escaped. There's a bunch of ways to win with this deck. It's mainly about controlling your opponent's board. Yeah, I have not played with the deck yet, but I think it's going to be tons of fun, and I cannot wait to try it out. It's pretty evenly split. I wouldn't say you're splashing any color. I think it's every single color. That is the point of the deck. But, I mean, let's get into some games here. Not going to do so much editing for this video, because it's kind of like, just supposed to be a fun video, but is this free still? Please say this is still free. Okay. Phew. So, NIV MIZZET here. Draenith Magistrate, Oko, Lutri, Winota, Golos, and Spyglass. Yep, so we are good to go with NIV MIZZET Control-ish. A bunch of people might just concede after they see the NIV MIZZET. But the insane thing about this deck is you're starting with a 9-card hand, 2 of which you know are relevant. That is absurd. A 9-card... Oh, okay. Up against Torbran here. Interesting. Let's see if they have a companion as well. Bit of lag here. I haven't really played that much Brawl since Ikoria got released. It's mainly just been Standard. I tried to get to Mythic last season, and I succeeded. So, I'm cool. But... A3P. Torbran... No companion for them. Here we have a Kaya on turn 3, a Kiora. This is pretty slow though, so I think I'm gonna take my free mull. This is a bit better. To take out something. Domri's good. Let's get down the red/black mana that we might need. For either Domri or Vraska. Oath of Kaya. Yep, that's good against Torbran, I'd assume. Gigantha does restrict a couple things. Like, you can't play Time Wipe, you can't play Shatter, you can't play Cry of the Carnarium, you can't play quite a few things. But it also makes the deck more consistent in the fact that you always have Gigantha, so you can always play Niv. But also mainly the fact that your mana is more consistent because you don't need as much double mana. Let's go ahead with another temple. Hydroid Crisis. I think we just want lands and... We have a lot of removal in this deck. Like, I mean, a lot of removal. Steamkin for the opponent. Probably going to Oath of Kaya that. Opponent gets in with... They have on turn 4 is going to be +2 damage because everything they have is red. But after that, we can probably kill Torbran, or I can try to kill Torbran. We'll see what we draw. Domri is in here as ramp, and we do have, like, if you Niv into Domri, you can use Domri to fight something. Plus, it's a Planeswalker, and Oath of Kaya works pretty well with Planeswalkers. Grim Initiate, yeah, that's a pretty good one drop. Mask of Immolation, that is a new one. Okay, so we're probably going to be taking an absolute ton of damage next turn. But I will try to do my best to negate some of it. I think I have to do that by killing the Weaselback Redcap. Because this, if I kill it, they're just going to sack it. Sacrifice this creature too. This, if I kill it, I guess I get a 1/1 amassed army. So that's not as bad. I'll still kill the Weaselback. Let me check my mana. So I have black and green. We're good. Vraska, the best thing about this here is it's probably going to absorb 3 damage from the opponent attacking it. If it doesn't, we get to sacrifice the Oath to gain and draw. And if they do attack it, we're also going to gain 2 life and deal 2 damage to them. Let's kill the Redcap. Oh wait, but they can sack the Elemental to kill it, I guess. I don't know if they want to do that, though. They might. We'll see. Opponent does not have the land. Swings 1 at Vraska. Yep, you're going to take some damage for that. No, swings 1 at Vraska. Yeah. Opponent takes 2, we gain 2, so we're going to be back at 25 after combat damage is dealt. And then we can go either Niv or... Can we go Niv? White, blue, black, green. White, blue, black, green, red. We can go Niv. Okay. Ooh, that is pretty good with Torbran, actually. That is pretty good with Torbran. Yeah, let's Niv. Think that's the only thing we can do here. Or we can go Gigantha. Let's go Gigantha, because we don't need the card draw right now for next turn. And this will let us NIV Mizzet for free. Plus, they're basically the same body in mono red terms. If the opponent's going to Torbran next turn, then they can attack with Grim and sack this. I guess we can't block if they Torbran. Actually, no, we can block the Elemental when they Torbran. Or if they they're gonna Torbran. But we can do a cool thing, which is Ashiok the Torbran and then Thought Erasure. Maybe? Possibly? We'll want to draw land here, I think. So, we are going to be blocking the Elemental. They are going to be sacking it to deal 3 damage to our face. Womp, womp, womp. Yep, sacks it, hits me for 3 in the face, dropping a 14 here. Torbran is doing some work. There's a Ral with 0 things in graveyard. Well, let's Gigantha for Niv. Draw some cards. Let's see what we get. It's a fairy or veto or deputy. Let's take deputy. Yeah, let's take deputy. And then we can thought erase the opponent. Take oh my god. Take the shock. We'll leave them with Mirror March. Cause who doesn't want to see a Mirror March? Take Torbran. Opponents has it go to the command zone, so now we've got no pressure on our PD, which is great for us. One more mana and they can recast Torbran, or they can cast Mirror March. But they're probably gonna go with the Lavakin Brawler, no extra elementals, which is good for us. And now they can't equip a mask, but they can deal 1 damage. Yeah, you can do that, opponent. Not having Teferi here kinda sucks, but we really had to get rid of that Torbran, so I think it was the best choice. Turn target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, then that player exiles a card from their hand. Well, we can... Oh, phone scoops it up. Okay, sweet. You'll love to see it. But yeah, that's just the power of this deck. We were going to be able to Ashiok, bounce something, and then we'd have a bunch of blockers for when Torbran did come down, and it was just going to be great. And the opponent also had to draw a land, but they didn't want to see whether they drew a land or not. Let's see what we got. Ship's Navigator. Turn target artifact or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. That's an interesting one. It being a 1/2 means it dies to basically everything in the format. It dies to shock, it dies to bone crush, it dies to any form of removal, it dies to Cry of the Carnarium, which I think most people aren't playing, but I think that card is insanely good in the current meta. It destroys Lurrus decks. It destroys Winota decks. It just destroys everyone. Mana Geode, probably a turn 4 NIV, ideally. Elite Guard Mage. His hand is great. Only thing that could make it better is a Growth Spiral into a land. That would make this hand, like, unbeatable good. Pelucranos is nice. Nice, huge body if we don't draw land, but Mana Geode giving us a Scry Incubation Druid. Opponent is on Ikoria. Okay. We get to Mana Geode. Dovin's Veto. Nope, just looking for a land. Probably gonna go Gigantha. And then Niv plus a bunch of spells. Tapped at 5, this mana can be spent. This mana can't be spent to pay generic. Okay, opponent has 2 mana left up. Arcane Signet. Well, yeah, my friend, you are ramping. You are ramping big time. Let's Gigantha. Pressure the Ikoria. Nah, I guess we are pressuring the Ikoria here, but we're probably just going to use it to cast Niv. Try and outdraw the opponent. Why I really like Deputy and put it in almost any commander deck that, or not commander. Oh my god. We can take it back. Deputy is situational, but it's just so good in so many situations. Like when they steal something of yours, taking your opponent's commander. If they can't take away Deputy, it's just 3 mana, exile target creature. Or 3 mana for a 1/3, return target commander to the command zone. Or you get to keep their commander and just protect your Deputy, and then they don't have their commander. Opponent Cavalier of Gales. Yeah. That is not good for us at all. I guess we can Pelucranos and not fight. Well, next turn we can NIV MIZZET, which is good. That is nice. And then opponent thinking what they want to put on top. Maybe we can Ral. Ral's mainly in here for the card draw. Opponent finally put something back on top. Untaps our Arcane Signet. Maybe this is repping a counterspell. Nope, it's an Uro. Nice. So they get to draw 2. That's why Uro is insane with Kiora. Lotus Field, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This guy's like, it's like a combo deck and they just hit every single piece. So I think here we have to attack down the Kiora and then maybe NIV MIZZET, but first of all, let's attack the Kiora. See if the opponent wants to give us back our Jingantha. I mean, their Kiora goes down to 4, effectively 3 if they don't. Okay, we were fine with either thing there, but let's NIV MIZZET Reborn, bigger than the Cavalier, and we're fine if it goes back to the command zone. Justice Strike is pretty nice here. We will definitely take a Justice Strike. Drawing 4 cards there is pretty good, but we can't cast any because all we have is Temples. Another land, no thanks. Pass the end step and discard. Outburst can hit Planeswalkers. We'll pitch a Domri. I don't think we need Domri in this spot. Opponent is going to play a Thrix at sorcery speed. Untap Lotus Field. Can they bring that? Oh my god. Opponent Agents of Treacheries. Yeah. Okay. I thought we were having some fun, dude. And yay, that card's getting banned. Hurrah, hooray. So we can... I don't know if we have another way to take that back. Maybe we should have Tristani in this deck just because Agent is so good. But let's Justice Strike our own NIV MIZZET. Put it into the command zone. And then let's Outburst our Deputy. During our opponent's turn, we can chump block something and then Outburst our own Deputy to get back Jingantha. I like that plan. Can't chump block much. Taking 9 in the air is not good. At least our mana is good, right? When it untaps, Lotus Field. Good for you. Shifting Ceratops. Yeah. Not looking good. Opponent now has 14 damage I can't block. They need to find 4 more. And that is going to do it. Okay, so Kiora. Kiora did Kiora things. And we died. They came out of the gate super quick. I mean, we did too. We had an early Jingantha, but not enough. Not enough. Could we have survived that? No, we were taking 19 plus 7. We're taking 26 and we could have blocked 5 with Jingantha. Anyways, hopping into the next game. Let's see what we're up against. We're going against Shulane. Oh, cool. That's cool. We love Shulane. He's pretty cool. This hand's fine. Assassin's Trophy, Elite Guard Mage, very nice curve. Even though we have a bunch of tap lands in hand. Opponent plays a tap land of their own. Well, let's get out the most colors. Probably not Assassin's Trophying on turn 2 anyways. Gateway Plaza. We should have that in here. Let's Temple to get ourselves some black. Brawl. We already have a 5-mana Planeswalker and a bunch of card draw. Opponent, Evolving Wilds, cracks it. Not gonna put an Evolving Wilds in our deck. Biomancer's Familiar. That is a card. Oh my gosh, that's pretty good with Shulane too. That is pretty good with Shulane. But Shulane is not coming out anytime soon, so we're chilling for now. Let's Temple of Silence. Scrying up. Mana Geode, sure, why not? And pass. Not gonna Assassin's Trophy their Familiar quite yet. Mace of the Valiant. Oh my god. What the heck? That is pretty funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Opponent Mace of the Valiants. Stuck on 2 though. We'll see how that affects them. Let's mana Geode. Angrass Rampage. Sure. Angrass Rampage. Sure. Pass to the opponent. Let's see what they got. East Whisperer. That is a pretty good one. Well, do we just want to get down Gigantha? We know it's very unlikely they can shoot lane next turn. If they do, they can't do anything else besides shoot lane. So I think we get down Gigantha. Kind of risky. But next turn we can do huge things if they don't kill our Gigantha. And if they draw land, we know what they're doing. Shoot lane. If they don't draw lands, Portal of Sanctuary. Opponent is playing all of the jank. Activate this ability only during your turn. Okay then. Well, let's NIV MIZZET Reborn off of Gigantha. Start doing NIV MIZZET things. Get ourselves Crisis or Kiora. Kiora is pretty good because that is basically free. Kiora is insanely good in this deck because what I can do here is I can Kiora. They're holding a priority for Familiar, by the way. Untap Gigantha.
Truly spectacular.
And then tap Gigantha for Thought Erasure. Take a look-see. Oh, okay. I see how it is. We don't really care about our board getting blown up, I don't think. Maybe we do, I don't know. But then they blow up their entire board. An agent is very, very scary. Fabro Elder. And then we're going to make them sack an artifact. Oh wait, we draw another card because of Kiora. And then what can we do? We can play something with red using this. Or we can use 3 mana for a Tef. Let's do that. And let's bounce Gigantha. In case they do draw land. Let's bounce NIV MIZZET. In case they draw land. Actually, let's bounce Fae.
Trust me. You'll thank me later.
Yeah. Let's bounce Fabro Elder. In case they have a land.
Might be a bad idea.
Ooh, that is good. But basically, what bouncing Fabro Elder does here, what do we pitch? Maybe just the land? Maybe a Kaya? I think a Kaya. But as I was saying, bouncing Fabro Elder means that if they do time wipe, and they draw either a white or a blue land for a time wipe, they don't. But if they did, then they would blow up both of our ramp. So we would want a way to get back some more ramp. Yeah. But now we have all of our ramp. Of course, Fabro Elder cannot tap, and we take him down. Yeah, next turn we were just able to do some more NIV MIZZET stuff, as I like to call it. Very broken stuff. Very, very broken stuff. Anax hardened in the forge. Final game here. Up against Snapdax. That is a cool one. That is an interesting one and a cool one. Let's see what we got here. 2-lander, uncastable Clothis, an Arcane Signet, but it's not a turn 2 Arcane Signet. This is just a pretty bad hand, especially against Snapdax. We don't want to have a slow start against Snapdax. Against Shulane, slow start is fine. But against Snapdax, okay, this hand is much better. Leyline Prowler, Kaya can probably take something out. I can't imagine that their deck plays no 1-drops. Maybe I'm wrong. again. Oh my gosh. Let's temple. Scry. Yep, that's another land to play next turn. I prioritize lands pretty highly because you're always going to have cards because you always have NIV MIZZET. And NIV MIZZET always means you have like 3 extra cards in hand and a 6/6 unkillable basically. I consider this unkillable because if they kill it, it goes back and we can pay 7 mana to draw a bunch more cards. Opponent, Temple of Triumphs to Scry. They have all of their colors now. But we have all of our colors in our hand. Knight, okay, yep, 1 drop. Figured. Is that a human? Oh, I could have sworn that's a human. But anyway, we have black here, white here. We'll be able to take that out next turn. Croxa. Love to see it. We'll pitch the mountain, take some damage. Not prioritizing lands that highly. The knight is gonna grow, but we don't really care because we're gonna Kaya it anyways. Godless Shrine, Kaya, and exile your knight.
Ooh, I like a good fight.
See if the person just concedes because we took away their knight. No, they don't. Okay, good. Opponent's Plains. Field of the Dead could be good in this. I don't know if Field of the Dead is banned. Dreadhorde Butcher swings out at Kaya. Kaya drops down to 1. Dreadhorde Butcher grows, but now we can Polukranos? How's that? First, let's start by plussing Kaya, taking away Croxa, which is pretty good.
Dematerializing?
Snapdax is 5 to mutate, so they can mutate it next turn. So I think we just want to hold up removal for the Dreadhorde Butcher. What colors does this take? Double white. They have double white. Okay. Let's just hold up then. Play land and pass. Opponent has the land, like we figured. But mutates Destroya Perfect Light Form instead. Do we let them have the feather? I think so. I think we do. Yep, gets a feather. Let's see where their swinging priority is at. It's at Kaya. We cannot hit the Destroya because they're just gonna return it. But we'll blow it up anyways. When it gets a basic land. Untapped. I think Assassin's Trophy is a great card. I think it could be played more. Now that they're... Destroya gets to hit Kaya. Forgot about that, to be honest, but not that big of a deal. They can return Destroya. So let's get down Jingantha. Why not? I see a bunch of white. Let's get another green. No, we have 2 green. Let's get a red. Sure. Red sounds good. We have double blue, double black, double white, double green. Let's get a red. I think we're waiting on the opponent to see if they want to get back Destroya or not. We can take 1 hit from Destroya. But then if they mutate Snapdax onto it, but that doesn't kill our Jingantha. So we're cool with that. The deck they're playing is pretty cool though. Not going to lie. Also, if this deck plays Field of the Dead, we should definitely get a Field of the Dead in here. I mean, if Field of the Dead isn't banned, we should definitely get a Field of the Dead in here, because that's just a whole other layer of attacking. Way to win the game. Opponent is gonna time out. Oh, no. I lagged. This is what happens when I play on my hotspot. Okay, sorry about this abrupt ending, but I guess I'll see you guys in the next game. Peace. Okay, hopping into the final game again. Probably gonna leave what happened in my last game in because it's just kind of sad. I don't know if it's my fault or if it's Wizard's fault, but it kind of just sucks when I'm playing ranked and that happens. Like, anyways, hopping into the final game. Up against Yorion. Okay. Can't companion Yorion because it's Yorion, and that is not allowed. No companion, just straight up Yorion. Well, we'll mulligan. We don't like two-landers. Like I said, we'll mulligan. We don't like two-landers. Okay, much better. Thought Erasure with no blue, no triomes, no nothing here. Well, hand tape might be so important though. So we'll bottom Stomping Ground. Keep all the temples because I feel like this is gonna be a slow game. Temple of Silence, Temple of yeah, that's a blue source. Glad I kept Thought Erasure now. Opponents wants this to be like mono blue aggro with Yorion as the commander. Ashiok, sure. Think hand hate is really gonna matter, and that can be very good against control. But let's Thought Erasure. Take. Oh my god. Why? Let's take Agent. Because I can't really beat that. We'll take another land. It's Temple. We'll take another land. But this deck is very hard to win against double Agent. Spinning wheel from the opponent next turn they get to Cav. But we're gonna make that as hard for them as possible by carnaging them. Smack them for 3. Make them discard 2 cards. Real Master Sphinx plus Island. Field of Ruin from the opponent. Cavalier of Gales. Yep. Sure. That's cool. Probably gonna bounce with the Ashiok. Make them take up their next turn. Puts back 2. Well, we will Ashiok. Minus on that. Continue hitting their hand. See what they exile. Tranquil Cove. Still 3 cards in hand. Going up to 4 here. They're probably just gonna... No, Prison Realms me. Okay. Sure. Yep, that's fine. Prison Realm, Scries to the top. Well, we're gonna get some... Actually, Hydrate Glacis for 4 is fine. Yeah, we'll do that. Just in case they have some sort of counterspell or something. We still get to draw 2 cards. Teferi is nice. No lands though, but we can Teferi, bounce Prison Realm, get an Ashiok. Opponent Omens of the Seas. Okay. Probably gonna Yorion next turn. Let's see what they do. Tops both. Okay. Dang it. Mine. Sphinx Mindbreaker. So you mill me for 10? Well, what? Okay. I'm somewhat confused, but let's Vraska. Blows ups the Prison Realm.
Leave before I
Get back Ashiok. Hit the Sphinx. I mean, we're doing pretty good right now. We're not hitting lands, we're not playing out our Jingantha, which kind of sucks, but... And we are getting kind of low on library, I guess. I mean, I don't really... I guess they could somehow mill us, possibly. Sphinx Mindbreaker, they're going for it. I mean, you do you. We hit an Uro, so they basically just drew us a card, somewhat. Use Ashiok to make a token. Plus Vraska, sacking the token.
We win. Nothing else matters.
Yeah, let's sack the token. Gain a life, draw a mana geode. Scries do not matter, I don't think. But let's... We can Domri, Fight, plus Oath of Kaya to finish it off. That's a lot of cards, though. But I guess cards aren't really a problem for us. So let's... Or actually, let's just swing in first. See if the opponent cares to block. They don't care to block. Okay. We'll fight. And then Oath of Kaya. Help protect all of our planeswalkers. 23 cards in library. Burrow in graveyard. 23 cards in graveyard. And 3 planeswalkers on board, all protected by an Oath of Kaya. I mean, go for it, opponent. Go for it. And a Geode Scries. They can go for a Yorion. They get to look at 4 cards, possibly. We can use Ashiok to bounce a Yorion, or we can look for an answer to Yorion. I think looking for an answer to Yorion is better. We'll see what they do with their scribes, though. Bottom. So they put 1 to the bottom. They put another 2 to the bottom, so they do a random card. Polukranos is pretty good. Do we have enough to make it fight? We do. So we'll Polukranos. I guess we kind of messed that up.
What's that? Something smells
They could have countered it for 0 mana, for 1 mana, for 2 mana. Actually, that is a thing. Plus Ashiok. Now we're gonna stop sacking because they're a real threat. Wait, why do I not have enough mana anymore? What did I do? Wait, what did I do that costed me mana? Didn't I just Polukranos? Huh? I went Polukranos plus Domri, and then I played something for 3 mana. Huh. Okay, well, let's plus Vraska. Sacrifice. I guess sacrifice a tapped land. We'll sack the swamp. Come on, untap land, please. Okay. Steam vents. Now we're looking good. Pass the opponent. Or do we to fairy bounce it? Set it for lethal? No, I like just passing here. We can instant speed fight their Yorion. Protect the planeswalkers. But sacked, well, before you draw, we'll fight Yorion. Come at me, Yorion. Let's do this. Kill Yorion. Polukranos drops to a 3/2. Yeah. Yeah. Yorion. From the command zone. Maybe I should have done it at end step now. Yeah, I should have done it at end step. I don't know what I was thinking they would draw. That is very stupido of me, but I think we're still fine here. I think. They can keep drawing stuff if they want. No, maybe I'm supposed to shut off the draw. I'm probably supposed to shut off the draw. So we can Domri to make something like that fight. So let's Domri minus fight. Outburst.
Bring in your comeuppance.
Choose a Indotha trio. And probably sends it to the command zone. Oh right, because Domri dies first. Make a 2/3. Plus Vraska. Sack Oath of Kaya.
Except me.
Arcane Signet. Well, let's Arcane Signet. Teferi. Land. Plus Teferi. I mean, we're kind of destroying our opponent right now, just saying. Exile Teferi's Time Twist. Whew. Opponent cannot recast Yorion unless they draw lands. They have a land. Opponent Fibbletips? Yeah. The Yorian costs 9 mana. That is pretty fun. Enters the battlefield, draw a card. Okay. We are very fine with that. Charming Prince. That is kind of sketch for us. But I guess it's fine. Do we go for the Vraska Ultimate? I think we go for the Vraska Ultimate. So let's Teferi bounce a spell. Let's bounce Sir Elamara, because he's the most expensive one. Let's Fabled Passage, Chromatic Lantern, plus Ashiok, plus Vraska, don't sack, Fibblethip, Fluke exile, land, Outburst matters if we draw Ral, land, and land. Exile a bunch of lands, get back a 12/12 from the graveyard. Not looking too good for the opponent. We get to ultimate next turn unless they can kill our Vraska, and bouncing the Sir What's-His-Face to their hand makes that much less likely. But they could do it, but then we'll have 12/12 Pelucranos on the offense Nebraska that can come down and kill something, and an Ashiok that can bounce something, and NIV to draw a bunch of cards. How many cards do we have in library? 15 cards in library. I think this game is pretty much over, but hopefully they let me ultimate Nebraska, because I've never actually ultimated one. They could have something. Elite Guard Mage, one turn too late to be able to attack down Nebraska, but either way we would have Pelucranosed it. Opponent has 6 mana. Recast Sir Elanamara. Well, we'll let you draw first. Let's see if you attack. We'll fight your Guard Mage. No. And opponent scoops it out. We didn't get the emblem, but we basically got the emblem. They knew we were gonna get the emblem. So, yeah. I'm just gonna do the wrap up here. I'm not gonna cut because it doesn't really matter. This deck is not competitive. No Brawl deck is competitive. Anyways. So, the deck. I think it's a cool idea. I think it's tons of fun to play. By no means do I think you should craft it because it's not competitive at all. It's definitely, it's a Brawl deck. Like, it's not competitive, but it's tons of fun to play. Pretty consistent. Has pretty good win rate. Not that that matters because it's Brawl, but you get to do fun stuff like Jengantha turn 4. Into turn 5 NIV, draw a bunch of cards for 5 open mana, and then just cast stuff. If you can, from there, go for a Ikoria, then you get to untap Jengantha, then you have 7 open mana, and from there you can do something like Ral to draw a bunch of cards, Vraska, plus Teferi. You can go Chromatic Lantern, you can do whatever you want, basically. You can go for Deputy of Detention, a Fabro Elder, but there are a bunch of cards in this deck is basically just good cards. I really like, my playstyle is like control decks that are just made up of good cards. I like playing those, and this really fits my playstyle, so I find it tons of fun, and maybe you will too. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Probably going to be playing some Standard, because next video will be after the bans have taken place, and after the Standard is basically a new format. But yeah, see you guys later.